Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Wednesday, the 30th day of November, 2022. I hope you're safe. I hope you're healthy today. I hope that your family is also safe and healthy today. And that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field and the first responders who every day, including today, are trying to save lives. Blessings also upon those that pick up garbage for us to keep streets and sidewalks and parks and wrecks and highways clean. And those also that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and children that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. The victims also of prostitution, child prostitution. The victims also of pornography and child pornography. The victims of sex slavery, human trafficking, and double curses on the perpetrators, the perverts, and the profiteers that traffic in this human misery. Find blessings upon the homeless. There are nearly 600,000 men, women, and mostly children living on the streets of the United States of America, and millions more around the world in similar and worse conditions, and blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. So there was a basketball game last night. The New York Knicks soundly defeated the Detroit Pistons 140-110. And actually it wasn't even that close. The Knicks blew it open in the third quarter. They were ahead from the beginning and just continued to outclass pretty much the Detroit Pistons. But I got to tell you, Knicks Nation, I'm concerned. Yeah, I know they won. Yeah, I know. Randall had 36. I know. I should be happy, right? I'm concerned. And I'll tell you why. The best thing about last night, aside from getting the win, to me, the best thing was that the Knicks had 31 assists. Now that was extremely good. And why do I say that? Ball movement is going to be one of the keys if the Knicks are going to have any success this year. They must move the basketball. And I've been talking about that as one of the keys the whole season. And I've been looking at assist numbers at 25 and north of 25. And so for the last several games, the Knicks have been doing that. And that's what I'm noticing is good. The ball movement is really improved. When you see 31 assists, that's telling you the ball is moving, and that's very good. And that bodes well against better teams. See, Detroit, as I said, any given night, it's the NBA, a team could beat you. But when two teams are on their game, the way the Knicks was on their game, and then, of course, Detroit wasn't completely on their game last night, missing key pieces in Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey. It's going to be difficult for them when the Knicks are playing the way they were playing last night. So my concern, let's start with Julius Randle. And again, I know Julius Hive is strong, and I'm not trying to disrespect Julius Hive. But his game hasn't matured. See, the thing is, I'm not expecting the Knicks to go to Eastern Conference Finals this year. I'm expecting more development. And I know some people can't get that into their head because they're looking at Tom Thibodeau and he's saying, I'm not a development coach, blah, 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 blah. I don't care what you think. They're in development. And the development is not Julius Randle. The development is RJ Barrett, is Quentin Grimes, is Mitchell Robinson, is Obi Toppin, is Cam Reddish, is Jericho Sims, is Miles McBride, it's Emmanuel Quickley. Those 8 players, that's the development. Okay. So for this season, what held us back, one of the things that held us back last year, in my view, was the dependence on guys like Evan Fournier, Alec Burks, Julius Randle, and the lack of play with these 8 guys I named. Okay, some more, some less, but that was the overall. And I think I wasn't the only one that felt like and even Tom Thibodeau, and this is why I give him credit because he admitted to Mark Berman, he should have went to the younger guys more last year. And I think he got that this year with the help of management moving Kemba Walker, moving Alec Burks, moving Nerlens Noel, So now you got to bring up these young guys, and they did. Okay. And Tom has done that. Then he did a really smart thing in removing Evan Fournier from the rotation. A lot of people just don't get it. Talking about Evan Fournier, the defense was better when he was there. Stop tripping. Evan Fournier needs to move out for Grimes and Cam to move in. We're talking development and future. Okay, we're not talking about short-term stats. Development and future. Evan Fournier is not the future. Cam Reddish and Quentin Grimes are the future. Okay, and so it's very simple. It's not complicated. It's as simple as that. That being said, the next phases for these guys are to play significant minutes, which they are. Grimes played 28 minutes last night. Cam played 17. Obi played 18. Quick played 22. Barrett, of course, Barrett played 24. It was a good 24 because we didn't need him for 30-something minutes. Mitch Robb played 26. It was good. Very good in terms of the minutes distribution last night. Because it was a blowout, Tibbs went 10 deep. And that was a good move. We need these guys to step up. That's why I'm saying 45 wins, because of these guys. Randall is, and some of y'all asked a good question. A couple of guys asked a good question yesterday. Why doesn't Tibbs hold Randall more accountable? Why doesn't Randall get more criticism for what he does? Okay. In the NBA, okay, if you look around the NBA, every team has a guy that gets the cachet, that gets the carte blanche. Every team has that guy. Boston is Tatum. Brooklyn is Durant and Kyrie Irving. Philly, it's Embiid. Toronto, it's probably Siakam. And then Denver, of course, is the Joker. Minnesota, you got Cat. I mean, everybody has that guy. Oklahoma City is SGA. Portland Trailblazers is Dame Dollar. And then, of course, now you got Miles Simon. In Detroit, it's Cade Cunningham. I mean, every team has that guy that nobody really, the coach doesn't openly berate. And nobody, because he's the de facto, he's the leader. He's the spiritual force, the leader, the guy everybody else looks up to. And on the Knicks, it's been Julius Randle. Now with Brunson coming on board, it's the what's the word I'm looking for? The evolution is that it becomes Brunson. And that's happening. But Randall still has been that guy since he came here the year before Tibbs got here. And he was the lead because he was the oldest, he was the most mature, he was the most veteran guy at the time. And, and then when he first came to the Knicks, he was like 25, 26. So he was still young, but he was strong, developed, he was that guy that you hope would develop. That's why they signed him. He has not developed. Under Tibbs, the year that he did have the tremendous year, he played defense. That was really the key. And he shot the ball from three very well. All-star level. And for him, career numbers shooting from three and the career best on the defensive end. Since then and before then, he doesn't play consistent defense. And now that he's the guy, he doesn't feel he has to. And you have a number of plays last night that were glaring. And it doesn't bother me against Detroit. It's going to bother me tonight against the Bucks. Okay. And the thing is that I really feel like the Knicks could play with the Bucks of the world and the Boston Celtics of the world, but not with Julius Randle being this guy. And so that's why I still believe the Knicks are going to trade him. I don't know when. They're not going to give him away. Okay. And so Randle on the Knicks is that guy. He's the Tatum. He's the Jimmy Butler. He's the Embiid. That's Randle. Okay. Brunson just got here. Randle been here. Now Brunson is slowly, and Brunson to me showed a lot of leadership last night. He only took 8 shots. He scored 16 efficient points. He was distributing the basketball. That's one of the reasons to me the ball was moving. Brunson, he only had 5 assists, but he was moving the ball very, very well. And so that's why I was looking for that. See, I think he's going to learn it. Like I said, his IQ is too high for him not to. So he's going to eventually be the leader. But for now, the Julius Randle situation is going to hold the Knicks back. It's going to hold them back. They're going to give up a lot of points they shouldn't give up. They're going to not make plays they should make. Like last night, a number of glaring plays. Julius had the ball, and either it was sometimes Mitch Robb, sometimes it was Obi, sometimes it was Cam ahead of the field, and he never passed the ball. He didn't even look. Okay. Then, of course, number of times, his man wide open in the corner, wide open at the 3-point line. He didn't even bother to contest. Okay. And so, and again, it's not his talent. He's very talented. 6'9", 250 pounds of muscle, strong as a bull. When he wants to rebound, nobody could do nothing with him. He really has talent, obviously. But it's the IQ. It's the defensive IQ, and it's the desire to be better on an IQ level. And that's going to be the issue. Now, like last night, Mitchell Robinson. See, everybody's like, I want to see Mitchell Robinson develop an offensive game. I want to see the jump pull. I want to see this. Let them run plays for him to do that. Have you seen them run any plays for him to do that? Mitchell Robinson's a team ball player. He's not going to go outside the play. They haven't run any plays for him to do that. So really, now the criticism is going to be, well, that's Tom Thibodeau's fault, maybe. Or maybe it's his teammates. See, when D Rose is in the game with him, D Rose keeps his head up. D Rose looks for everybody. He does. So does Brunson, pretty much. But when the ball is in RJ's hand, RJ's bully ball. He plays high IQ, but he's a bully ball. And Randall, forget it. Forget it. Okay? Grimes, though. And this is the thing. I came to the conclusion last night. I wanted Reddish to start. Okay. When I turned on the TV and I saw the starting lineup and I saw it had Grimes in it, I cursed under my breath. I ain't gonna front. But then, because I'm a Knicks fan, I said, okay, Quentin, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So I was a little bit perturbed when I didn't see Reddish start, but then I said, come on, Quentin, let's go, baby. Because I'm going to push for my man. I like him too, It's not like I hate Grimes. But Grimes moves the basketball. Grimes, he only was credited with 2 assists, but the guy moves the ball a lot. There's a lot of hockey assists in there for him. So I'm encouraged by that. I guess what I'm saying is, as long as the pecking order, that's what it is. As long as the pecking order is what it is, the Knicks are only going to go but so far. Okay? They're going to have to unclog the drain a little bit in order to move forward. And to me, that includes moving Julius Randle. They may not do it this season. I mean, I still think it depends on how the season goes. If you see them in playoff contention at the All-Star break, they're not going to trade Julius Randle. But if you see them slipping out of playoff contention and not playing good defenses, they're not really playing now, you're going to see them move Julius Randle along with Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier is going to be moved. It's just a question of what they can get for him. He's going to be moved, no doubt, 100%. By the All-Star, by the trade deadline, Evan Fournier is gone. It's just a question of if they're going to move Randle with him. Now, IQ, we've been talking about the IQ trade. I'm not sure if they're going to do that with Julius or aside from Julius. Because to me, IQ is very valuable. Not only because he's just a good basketball player, but he has upside. He has upside. If he gets to start, we don't know what he can do as a starter. Emmanuel quickly. We don't know, so he could become an all-star. We don't know what he could do as a starter. And I know when I say all-star, Knicks Nation, who loves to hate their own players, can't see that. I don't care. He has that ability. He can be just what he is now, which is really good as a starter, or he could be an all-star. I mean, you don't know. What I'm saying is he has a lot of upside we haven't seen yet. And so, he's probably going to get moved, but to me, I could get more for him than most people think. I can get more for him because he's more valuable. He's going to be given the keys to some team and he's going to run it and he's going to do well. I hope he does, but that's what it is. But, yeah. So for now, I'm looking for the development of the 8 younger guys. And fortunately, with the exception of, say, McBride and Sims, they're getting minutes. Okay. They're getting consistent minutes. Toppin, Reddish, Quick, they're getting consistent minutes. Of course, Grimes is now starting. RJ is starting. And of course, Mitchell Robinson, they're getting consistent minutes. So they're in the rotation. So they're going to get better. And that's why I still look at 45 wins. They could be better, but I think they're going to be held up. Now, last night, like I said, Randall was shooting the ball extremely well. 14 of 24, 6 of 13 from three. He only took 4 free throws, but he was putting up a lot of jump shots and threes. And he had 7 boards, 5 assists, only 3 turnovers, 36. It was a tremendous game. The problem, of course, is he was relying on his jumper a lot. That's why he only had 4 free throws. He was relying on his jumper a lot. And it was falling. So, okay. But it's going to, if you've been around the Knicks long enough, that's going to bite us in the butt, right? He's going to start hoisting them in the game when he ain't hitting none. And the ball's not moving. And then he's not going to be playing a lot of defense, and it's going to cost us. Okay? We'll see. That's I'm concerned. They're playing the Bucks tonight. So, against Milwaukee has one of the best plus minuses I think they're second as far as that. If you look at the standings, generally the teams with the higher plus minuses are at the top of your conference. So like Boston is +8, Milwaukee's +5, Cleveland is +6, and they're the top 3 in the East. And then Philly is almost +4, and they're the 5th. That's generally how you're gonna see. The Knicks are -8. Let's say -1. They're -1 right now. Okay. In the West, the same thing. Phoenix is +7. New Orleans is +6, and they're the top in the West. And Denver's only +1.4, and Memphis is +1.4. But they're the top teams in the West. Generally speaking, with some exceptions, you're going to find that that's the case. So the Bucks, what am I bringing that up for? That means they play good defense. Okay, they play good defense, and so you're going to run into a really good defensive team. And in order to beat that team, you really, really want to move the basketball offensively. You want to move the basketball. You want to also switch defensively. Now, for Milwaukee, let me see their injuries, what they got going here. Chris Middleton apparently is out. Marchand Beauchamp is out. Serge Ibaka has been out. Joe Ingles is out. So they're missing that, but they got plenty of firepower. All you need is Giannis. They got him, and he's playing at that level where he could be MVP and Defensive Player of the Year at the same time. This is prime. Enjoy this as a basketball fan. It's prime Giannis right now. You're getting really prime Giannis. So you got Jrue Holiday, Grayson Allen. You're going to have Wesley Matthews, who's a longtime Knick killer. Played for the Knicks for a little bit, but he's a longtime Knick killer, Wesley Matthews, when he was on Dallas. But he's on Milwaukee now. And then, of course, the Freak. And then you got Brook Lopez and Bobby Porter's backing him up. And you got Jordan Nwora. They got Pat Connaughton, Javon Carter, George Hill. They got a lot of vets, a lot of shooters, a lot of defenders. They got everything Giannis would need to carry them to another chip. So this is going to be tough. So now, I would rather have Mitch Rob guard the Freak. And I would rather have Randall guard Lopez. And the reason I would rather that is because Lopez would then try to post Randall. He's not going to be able to, Randall has no problem chasing you to the 3-point line and hanging out there. And so maybe he draws Randall from the boards a little bit, but Randall will crash. He's a board man, so he will crash. But then now for Wesley Matthews, I would want RJ to guard him. I would like Grimes on Holiday. And that's one of the benefits of having Quentin Grimes or Cam Reddish. I want them to guard Holiday. Holiday's a strong 6'4" guard, physical, and he's big, he's like I said, 6'4", 6'5", 220, 215, strong physical dude, tough defender. I want Grimes on him. So that leaves Grayson Allen, who's the jump shooter. And, for him, you're going to have either RJ. Who is going to guard him? Dad. You see the dilemma I have. So, all right. So Grayson Allen, you're starting. All right. So I'm going to have, see, Brunson's got to guard somebody. I guess I would have Brunson on Grayson Allen. Yeah, I guess I would have Brunson on Grayson Allen. Yes, I would do that because Grayson Allen is not. He's a sharpshooter, but he's not like in the mold of a guy that's going to come down the lane and dunk on you. So I think I would have. I'm going to have Grayson Allen being guarded by Jalen Brunson. I'm going to have Grimes guard Jrue Holiday. I'm going to have RJ guard Wesley Matthews. I would like Randall to guard Lopez, and I want Mitchell Robinson to guard the Freak, because I want Mitchell Robinson to guard the Freak because the Freak is dangerous coming down the lane, right? Mitch Robinson's big. He takes up a lot of space, and I don't mind if the Freak is hitting three-pointers. He's not going to beat us from the three-point line. I'm going to let him shoot from there. Okay? So, yeah, I would do it that way. Yeah, I would do it that way. This is going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game for the Knicks to win. I'm going to be honest with you. The likelihood is they lose this game. It's going to be a tough game. Matter of fact, be honest with you, the next 3 games, we have the Bucks tonight, Saturday afternoon, Dallas, and then back to back. It's a Sunday game against Cleveland. They're all at the Garden, which really doesn't mean much this year, but these are 3 really good teams. Okay, I'd like them to win tonight. It would set a good precedent going to the weekend, but this is not going to be easy, brother. I'm just going to be honest with you. This is not going to be easy. Can they do it? Yes. The Knicks are capable. It's the NBA. The Knicks are capable of winning this game. But the Bucks are playing at a very high level right now. Giannis is averaging 31 points, 11 boards, 5 assists. I mean, dang. The good thing is he's shooting 23% from the three-point line. So like I said, I want Mitch Rob on him, and I want him backing off of him. Let the boy shoot. Mitch Rob is agile enough to stay in front of him, within 12 feet of the basket. I'm gonna want Mitch Rob to guard him. Yeah, I mean, they might put Randall on, but I really would want Mitch Rob to guard him. So we'll see. This may be a long night, brethren. I hope our heroes could pull it out, but this is one where, they're going to have a tough road to hoe tonight. I ain't going to front. This is going to be difficult. I just hope that they could keep it close into the fourth quarter. Then it's anybody's game. I'm hoping they could do that. Again, key is going to be the low turnovers. They're going to have to keep the turnovers low. They're going to have to move the basketball. They're going to have to rebound. We're going to need them to rebound. They're going to have to rebound. They have to move the basketball. They got to keep the turnovers low. They have got to guard the three-point line against these guys because Grayson Allen can shoot it. Brooke can shoot it. And Warwick can shoot it. Wesley Matthews can shoot it. They got all kind of Jrue Holiday can shoot it. All of those guys can shoot the ball, and that's by design, surrounding the Freak with shooters. That's what you do with a guy like that. We're going to need to pass the ball. They're going to need to hit the defensive boards and offensive boards. They're going to need to keep turnovers low. They had 14 turnovers last night, a little too much in my opinion. I like even the 2 losses, they were 10 or less. The Knicks, they kept really, even though they lost the last 2 games with the Portland game, they should have lost, but they kept the turnovers low. So I'd like to see them. I'd like to see them keep the turnovers low. Again, last night, as you look at it, nobody had the glaring turnover problem. Like I said, Julius usually is the high guy with that. He only had 3. And then RJ didn't have any turnovers last night. Neither did Grimes. And then Brunson only had 1. So it was spread out as far as turnovers. Just need to control the ball a little bit. I think they can do that. Milwaukee is not a pressing team. They're gonna get back on the defense and play you tough, play your head up because they can. And then offensively, they can run, but they're going to look to shoot threes and open up the floor for Giannis. And they've been very successful doing that. That's why this is not going to be easy. I'm just going to be honest with you. Okay, let's pull for our team today because this is not going to be an easy game for the Knicks at all. I'm just telling you. Anyway, is what it is, Knicks Nation. I do have concerns. I'm concerned about what happened last night in terms of our problem child, Julius. Yes, he scored 36. He was hot. Happy birthday. I wish his birthday was tonight instead of last night. But anyway, and Obi, good thing is Obi started shooting. He was 2 of 3 from 3 last night. I think his shot is starting to come back a little bit, which is good. yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, y'all enjoy your Wednesday. Enjoy the game. If the Knicks lose, don't be disappointed. This is a very tough team they're playing here. One of the top teams in the basketball, former NBA champions. It's no shame to lose to a Milwaukee Bucks team if they lose. If they win, it would be a great win. Period. End of story. It would be a great win if they win. So let's pull for them. Anyway, y'all enjoy your Wednesday. Shalom.